going to let God deal with it. We're going to let God deal with it. We're not going to do anything. They send him a lot of cease and desist. I think even one or two other pastors that I just found out sued them, but they settled out of court and he continued to go. But now it's my turn. Okay, I prayed about it and God blessed me with the strength, the power, courage to take him down. And all of this new stuff fell in my lap. And I'm going to be playing audio. I call this weekend Larry Reid weekend because I got so much audio that he needs to explain.
Not Larry weekend.
Yes. This is Larry Reid's weekend. All right, where I'm going to be playing audio that we need explanation. I already put up the police report of sex offense and forced fondling, which is child molestation, and the address that was stated on the police report, as my team did the research, is deeded to Larry Reid and Elisa Reid, which was his wife at the time. And Larry Reid knew that I posted it, and what he tried to do is he tried to do a little damage control. And what he said that the house wasn't even built. He said he wasn't nowhere around it. How can the house not be built if the police report has an address? Not only that, when he said that, my team was watching, and they also sent over the tax records where it says that house was built in 2006. So we have all of these receipts. So let's go, Tasha. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so 20 million you're asking for between the two of them or each?
Each.
So there's two different YouTubers you found defamation claims against.
Each. So
okay.
Let me
you want a total of 40 million, and you know damn well them niggas ain't got it.
Well, that's their problem, not mine.
You know motherfucking well them niggas ain't got it. But 20 million each.
Oh, you crazy!
I'm trying to figure out what y'all think y'all think we making money like that. I'm just trying to figure out.
I don't know what they making. I'm not in their bank account, but I know what I lost. I know what I make. I know how I'm doing. I know what I do, and I know the money that they made me lose. Let me tell you something, Tosh. The guy Jive, right? You know what? The guy Jive, he put both of them, him and Larry Reid, put my family in grave danger.
Now, how did they put your family in danger?
Hold
on for a second.
Yeah, sorry about that.
How did they put your family in danger? You ain't gotta go into detail, but just tell me what they did. Did they leak your address? What?
Yes. They put my address all over the internet. Jav did a almost 2-hour video of my entire house. They put my address all over the media. And another reason why I'm going to win this lawsuit, as soon after he put the address, and this is the first time I'm saying it, Tasha.
Okay.
It's the first time I'm saying it, and it's the first time anyone heard about this.
Okay.
But as soon as he put my address on his live and on his YouTube, there was a attempt home invasion at my house.
There was a robbery at your house?
There was an attempt home invasion at my house.
Okay.
And I have everything on tape. And it was right after they put my address up. So you're the first person that's hearing about this. They put my family in danger. Larry Reid and Job, they both put my my address up. And Larry Reid spoke about my home and put my family in danger. And that's why I've been having my family stay out of the house and that's why he was joking, talking about his wife is in the hotel, they're not together. No, the reason why my wife wasn't home was because you guys put my address all over the internet, and there was a attempt home invasion, but the guys didn't know I had some my dogs there, and so I have the video, I have everything. So
So
they
you saw Larry Reid and the Jobs guy post your address on their YouTube channels.
so Larry Reid um spoke about my address, and I believe, don't quote me, but I think he put a picture of my house up there. But what he
Okay.
does is he gives all the information to Jav for Jav to do his dirty work. But Jav, yes, Jav has, if you look on his YouTube page, he has my house on his page. He did an hour, almost 2 hours of video on every room of my house.
Okay.
Address, everything.
Okay. So besides the privacy violation, and the monetary, the loss of revenue, is there some pain and suffering in this lawsuit?
Of course, yeah, the trauma.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I lost a lot of my members. A lot of my members watch online now because they are afraid. They are afraid of what's going to happen. And as per what they saying, and as per what they saying, as per what they're saying Larry Reid and Jav are putting your info there, Bishop. We are afraid to come to church. They are lying on you, Bishop, and our families are don't go to church. Are you seeing what Larry Reid is talking about? Are you seeing what Jav is talking about? And then their families are saying at least leave the children home. These guys are targeting Bishop. We don't know who are they going to. They even believe that Larry Reid and Jav was going to send people in there to do things or open the door for people to do things, because every day they were saying something about the ministry every day, and then they was putting my
Okay.
ad. I'm talking about the mental damage that they have done to my family. My daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, is still cries every single night because of what they've done.
Okay. Okay. That's unfortunate. And if your daughter's going through that, I definitely want to keep her, in prayers, because children do take
Yeah.
things a lot differently than we do as adults. And so if that happened, my heart is definitely with you, and your family. So the family does not deserve to be at the center of what's going on between you and Larry Reid and the other guy. Now, let's look real quick. Let's talk about the live yesterday. Okay. Um, so apparently you came into contact with some audio. A lot of people
Yes.
said the audio was already out there. I had never heard the audio until you played it. Um, I know a little bit about, that situation. Only what Larry has told me. It was very one-sided. Um, do you know, now there was some pretty heavy allegations in the audio in which you play, and I listened to for the first time, on your live stream, and it was allegedly about Larry doing these alleged things to someone that lived in his home and was under his care. So Larry has, and I do want to be clear about this, Larry has denied all of this. He has said that his name has been cleared. There was some talk and discussion about Larry Reid, allegedly giving this young man, who we don't know by name, HIV allegedly, and some other members, according to the audio that you played. Larry has denied all of that and said that he has put out his results to.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. I know. I don't know what that was. What? What audio? I paused it. Don't worry, I paused it. What audio is she talking about? And she not even trying to say alleged. Did she say allegedly? Did anybody? Because I didn't hear an alleged. She better slow her roll with that one. Okay, Tasha K. Whew, let's get back into it.
State that he's not HIV positive, and he definitely didn't give anyone HIV, and that he had to submit his HIV results because he sued the blogger who put out this story that you got a hold of. So I don't think this interview ever made it out before. Has it been out before?
I don't know. I don't know if it's been out. I know that my team went out searching and people started to just start talking.
Let me pause here because my camera wasn't working. That's why it was taking me so long. I'm going to interject. Okay. This is just to Tasha K. Look, don't be in the business of people's health. It's not the business you want to get into. Someone's status, not tea. Okay. And I'm going to hear from you guys. This fake as heck. Her and Larry were friends. What happened between Tasha K and Larry Reid? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? What's up, Z? Bradley says, I saw a live of her and the bishop. It was some young man who apparently accused Larry of SA. It was a mess. Got you. I am Courtney. Hey, Courtney says, no, because there was a gag order and the guy lost the case. This is shameful. So you think the guy who had the gag order released the story to Bishop Whitehead or something? I thought they were cool too. Larry Reid is suing them. Oh, okay. Tasha got mad at Larry, but does anyone know why? Let me hit play and I'll let you guys get some time to figure out what that answer is.
And that's how it happened.
Okay. So you are standing 10 toes down with all the information that you get on Larry. You are not playing with him. So basically, everything that he's doing, quote from you to the church, you are now reciprocating that same energy. So basically, you are Larry Reid's personal blogger.
Well, no, I'm not.
That's pretty funny.
You had that man's blood pressure so high that I saw his vein on the side of his head, and he was real clammy.
Well, let me tell you this.
What if something happened to him? What if he have a stroke or something?
It ain't my fault. We need explanation. At the end of the day, what happens when he does it to us? He wasn't thinking about my children and my blood pressure when he mimicked me getting down on the floor, when the man put a gun to my head, when he laughed at my 8-month-old daughter. When he laughed at my 8-month-old daughter for getting a gun put in her face, right? He didn't care about me. He didn't care about my family. So at the end of the day, listen,
what audio do you have tonight that you're going to be playing?
Woo! 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 So this audio right here is another gentleman getting interviewed. And he begins to...
Now listen up, y'all, because I'm only going to play it once. Okay. It's a weird Friday. Okay, I'll hit play.
He begins to discuss about what allegedly used to go on. He started to discuss alleged things that went on allegedly under the ministry
Pastor not trying to get sued. He said, what allegedly went on. Okay. Okay, Pastor. Spit it out so we know. Just spit it out.
Of of Larry Reid. So he was an outsider that was close, that knew everything that was going on allegedly, and he begins to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm talking about he started to talk about um alleged, what do you call that word? Alleged escort services. He started to talk about one of the things he said, right? And this right here, he said Larry Reid, he said Larry Reid all talks about he had a big congregation. He said Larry Reid, um, um, and this is per that's what he's saying. All this is alleged. He said that Larry Reid did not, he had about 30 members, and he said from what he saw, he said there were always couples, married couples, and he said that from what he saw, he said, and y'all gonna hear the audio. I'm just telling you what the audio said. I'm not saying that this actually happened. I'm just telling you what the audio said. Okay, I want to be clear. It's all alleged. So he stated that there was only, what do you call it? Only couples, which are married couples. But he said this was so unusual because all of the husbands had eyelashes, like fake eyelashes, and fingernails. And he said what bothered him was they used to go to the retreat. He said the retreat was really, really weird.
I just paused it real quick. Yeah, he's breaking up really bad. Like, Pastor, you could tell he's not a blogger. Pastor, get to the story. Sheesh. Right? We're only 30 minutes in and you're taking forever. And then we're going to get to some of the details of it once he hurries up and just spit it out.
You breaking up and you dropping. What time is this audio supposed to drop? What time?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. What time is this audio supposed to drop?
I'm going to probably put it out probably about 10, 11 p.m. tonight. Somewhere around that time.
Okay.
Okay. That's all we needed to know. That's it. We just needed to know when it's going to put out. I'm not really interested in the rest of this. I just wanted to play a little snippet of it, but I'm not really interested in the rest of this interview. They're really not talking about much else. But what I do want to do is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8. Okay. So at 11 o'clock, he's probably going to pay the other half of that. So let's just get to the skinny of the whole story, because I'm reading all your comments. You said go look at his videos. I don't know who he is. King of Queens, sorry. This is from CRG, says, oh, is he trying to make YouTube money now? The bishop? No, that wasn't YouTube. That was Tasha K's private platform. I don't know what that was. Let's see what it is. Yeah, this is her. She owns this network. This is her own private network. What time? He said he gonna drop it on Instagram at 11 o'clock. This is not the end of my show. That's just the end of Tasha K's show. I'm not gonna play too much of it. Jasmine says, not YouTube sliding in commercials. You guys, my page is monetized. So if you don't have a YouTube premium account, you will get ads. You can either stick around and watch them or we'll see you later. But my YouTube page is monetized, so you will always get ads at some interval. We just don't know when. Jess says he could be turning off his cellular data, something like that. I don't know what's going on. So I don't really know what the tea is, but if you just joined us, let me wrap up what this is. So Larry Reid is on Tasha K's network. I'm Larry Reid. Bishop Whitehead is on Tasha K's network to discuss, I guess, some tea that he had dropped on Instagram about Larry Reid. So apparently some case happened. I don't know. I'm going to just rough ball it for you because I don't really care about it too much. But I guess some case came out of North Carolina when Larry Reid was married at the time. And I guess a house he owns, something happened with a child. Now, I don't know who is the person who did what to said child, but that's the tea that Bishop Whitehead is talking about. He's also talking about a blogger who claimed that Larry Reid allegedly gave him some sort of STI, which not our business as well. So this is what we're watching. So we're watching this live on Tasha K's network with all this other stuff. So yes, that's what we're watching. Allegedly a bishop. Allegedly a bishop. Yeah, that's right. So let me get some of your comments if you don't know. Now, I don't know nothing about what happened with this house and Larry Reid's property when he was married. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Archbishop Bernard. I don't know nothing about none of that. Okay. I just know that Archbishop Bernard is Larry Reid's mentor. That's it. Okay. I'm new to the game. Okay. So I don't know none of this. This is King Queen says he knows nothing about Larry Reid. Who's he? I don't know. Okay. You sound like you're new here. So because you're new here, let me just lay down some of the rules. Never ever speak with he, she's, theys, or thems. You have to give explicit names so we can all follow along. It's like elementary school. So when you say he, who is he? When you say they, who are they? Okay. When you say her, who is she? Okay. So just add people's, I know it's a couple more strokes to type it in, but I won't know what you're talking about. And I can't waste any time on this platform trying to figure out who he, she, they, them, us are. Okay. What's up, Pam? Pam said the house wasn't even built yet. Now, let's get to that portion of it. Because like I told you guys, I don't really want to touch this story, but you guys, okay, so I know I'm going to say something and you guys are not going to like it, but I have to, you guys, I know I'm going to say something, you're not going to like it. But the house was indeed built. And you know how we know that it was? Okay. Is because Bishop Whitehead produced not only the tax codes for the house, which you cannot get for an imaginary house, he also presented the postal code, which you do not get until your house is built. You don't get a postal code for a piece of land. You don't get that. Okay. Postal codes are only given when there is a structure on the land that mail can be sent to. So I know that I know that I'm just trying to just give you guys an air of how we operate over here. I don't know what Larry Reid does over there. I do love Larry Reid. I don't know what Bishop Whitehead does over there. Y'all know I got a thing for Whitehead. Okay. But what I'm trying to tell you is I can only go based off of the facts. So I know, Pam, that it might hurt to hear that, right? Like to hear, oh, this house is in Larry Reid's name. But when someone produces postal codes and tax codes for a structure, I cannot just say, don't believe your lying eyes. I can't do that because I like someone. I'm sorry. And I hate to say that. I know that it's like probably bone crushing to hear that, but that's the fact of the matter. If I were to tell you right now, I'm not here, this is all in your head, you will probably think, well, Steph, you're lying. So that's how it is. You have to separate how you feel about someone and look at the facts. Does that make sense? You have to separate how you feel about someone and look at the facts. Although Larry Reid stated that the house wasn't built, when someone produces tax codes, tax information and a postal code, I promise you, Bishop Whitehead didn't pull that out of the clear blue sky. He didn't pull that out of the clear blue sky. That came from somewhere. It came from the county. So I just want you to understand that. So I don't want y'all to be like, no. It's like, okay, I understand you love Larry Reid. I do too. But we can't just scapegoat over stuff that exists. Does that make sense? So I just want to say that in the nicest way possible. Steph, I do not like when you I do not like you like this devil. I know. King says you should go to Larry Reid's video so you can get a better understanding. I did, you guys. I did. Right. Nikki said Indiana, some empty lots have addresses. Yeah, because at one point in time there was a structure on it. That's why they have addresses. The address didn't come first. Whatever the structure was did. And because once the United States Postal Service assigns you a address, the address doesn't just disappear because the house did. So that's why. So first comes the lot number, then comes the postal code number, then comes the address. Once the house and the structure are gone, those things still remain. The United States Postal Service is not in the business of removing addresses. Okay. Did you see the court records? No, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to get into the case. That's the thing. I haven't decided yet. So this is not me deciding. This is just me helping you guys. If you're new here, what we do over here, we are the nosy bystanders, right? This is what we do over here. So we take the stuff and we look at the actual case records and things. So I have not gotten into it. I just wanted to simply share Tasha K's live with you guys and then get you an understanding. Now, I might dig into the story. I haven't decided yet. It's the weekend. Can I get a break? This is from YNV. Hey, YNV says, Bishop Arnold Aaron Hall / knockout. Aaron Hall, who's Aaron Hall? Is trying to deflect from putting his hands on a woman, but not the robber who had the gun and his wife. Okay, well, let's dissect this statement. Okay. I'm just asking you yourself, YNV, no one else. Okay. If someone had a gun pointed at you, would you fight them? I mean, that's just a very stock line question. So I want you to put yourself in any place. You put yourself on a Subway, honey, and a Burger King. Someone comes to you, gun in your face. Are you gonna fight them? You probably don't know because you've never been put in that situation. So you don't know what your fight or flight response is, right? So that's that statement, right? The second thing about the statement is that he's dead wrong for putting his hands on a woman. You're right. He is wrong, but he probably didn't see a threat. That's why he attacked her. Okay. But after doing some this is now what I'm going to say next. Okay. I feel like I have to lecture today. I don't know why. Today's a lecturing day. What I'm going to say next is not in conjunction with the prior sentence I just said. Okay. Bishop Whitehead is not in the right for putting his hands on any woman. Okay. He's not in the right for that at all. But you do have to understand, I did a good chunk of digging today on that woman who was filming, not the one who came into his church, not her, not Tarnisha Arnold or Howard, not her. We already found out about her. She's the author. I guess she's a notary or republic or something who doesn't like pastors. But the woman who was filming, she's the one who has this unusual obsession with Bishop Whitehead, who had been talking about him extensively. She sounds a little off and she sounds a bit like an undiagnosed mental health disorder. Sherelle Perez, the light-skinned lady who was shooting the film in the video, the one who does those YouTube videos on some weird roof holding a baby doll. I don't know what is going on with those two women. I don't know how they found each other, but I think it's weird and bizarre. I think the woman Sherelle Perez is bizarre, and I think that Tarnisha Howard is bizarre as well. So they're two bizarre women. I don't know how they met. I don't know how did they cross each other's paths, and I don't know what would have possessed them to go into someone's church under whatever pretenses, because obviously they didn't go there for service. We know that. Okay. So let's just get that out there. They didn't go there because they're happy-go-lucky church ladies. Tarnisha Arnold or Tarnisha Howard is expat. So she does not go to a secular church. She says it all over her Twitter page. You don't got to look at me for it. Go straight to her Twitter. She does not go to church. And the other person is an alleged member of Bernard Harold's church, but I have not been able to confirm that. I don't know. She don't even seem like the type of person who go to church. Sherelle Perez. So I don't know how those two women met. I don't know what they were doing in his church. I'm not saying anything that the bishop did was correct. I don't know what those women were doing on or off camera. I just know that it just seemed weird. She was talking about the bishop for 2 months prior before showing up to his church, but it was very incessant. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, that's bizarre. It's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. I don't know what else to say. He said, going to his church, full stop. Yeah, for real. Wendy said, unfortunately, Tasha K is hurt and bitter. Those type of individuals are toxic, and she unfortunately is setting up her own demise. You think so? This is not for me. This is from Nikki. Nikki says, our country has a tax cell, and a man that thought he bought his parents' house, but it was empty lot next to it, he got his money back. Congrats to him. This for Bianca says, I get it, kings and queens. I'm just saying that. Oh, that's not for me. Sorry, you guys. I always think you're talking to me, but you're not. Shannon says, so playing devil's advocate, if we hadn't read the court documents, we don't know what the date range is in question. If you don't read anything that doesn't come from a well-vetted source, don't believe it at all. If the source has a good track record of not being wrong, you're probably likely to be like, oh, I'm going to listen to what they say. Even if they don't produce the documents quite yet, I'm going to believe what they say because they do have a proven history of being factual. If someone has a proven history of being unfactual or false, because you can't say liar because it's how do you prove a lie? But if someone has a history of being unfactual, then you probably want them to produce receipts before they speak. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I can't go based off of what people say. People are like underwear. They change every day. People are so shifty. I rather just follow the court documents because courts, county auditors, they don't have an incentive to lie about what goes on a piece of paper. They're like, oh, this house is here. Okay, it's here. I don't see a county auditor lying on behalf of Larry Reid. I just don't see them doing that. They're not going to lie and say, oh, the house isn't here. Weird. There's like, we just, there's a structure. They apply for a postal code. We give them a postal code. Okay. We're not lying to protect Larry Reid. So when Bishop Whitehead produces that, you can't call Bishop Whitehead a liar. You know why? Because he produced something that required vetting. I'm not saying we're here to call Larry Reid a liar. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you have to go based off what you see. It doesn't matter how much you like someone. You have to go based off of what you see. Stop allowing people's charismaticness to just win you over. It's like, stop doing that. That's how you get set up for okie dokes. That's how you get scammed. That's how everything. And I'm not saying don't be trusting of people. I'm just saying just be conscious of what someone says versus what someone produces. Larry Reid said something, right? But Bishop Whitehead produced something. So regardless of whether you like Bishop Whitehead or not, you have to read what he produced. Now, are you going to believe the documents or not? That's up to you. That's entirely up to you. But I think we're in this stage where we believe people because they're so charismatic. Like, oh, he's so nice, and he has that slow talk, and he crosses his arms, and he's just so, he's very charismatic. But if he didn't produce anything, if he did not produce anything, if Larry Reid didn't produce anything, then what are you doing over here defending him? Is my simple question. That's it. If he didn't produce anything, ask yourself, what am I doing right now? Like, what am I doing? I'm defending someone. He hasn't even shown me anything. Just think about that for a second. If he didn't produce anything, you understand what I mean? What are you doing before you type the next phrase in the chat? Before you type the next phrase in the chat, what are you doing? You didn't even see nothing. Just be objective. That's it. Take your feelings, put them in a box and put them to the side, and then ask yourself, what do I see? What are the documents showing me? Documents are showing me this. This is what the documents are showing me. You see what I mean? That's it. It's just that simple. And you can believe what you want to believe after you've read the evidence, you know? So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, um, when someone says the house wasn't built, someone shows me tax codes of a built house. I'm just sorry. I don't know. I'm just like, I might have to go do some sleuthing on my own. Y'all know I'm pretty good at digging up stuff. So that's why I didn't take the case, because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not like Larry could say, I didn't live there yet. I didn't purchase the house. So those tax records are from someone else, right? It's not like he could say that. Because it was a house that was built. So it's only one owner. So I don't know. So yeah. So I mean, y'all gotta do the digging yourself. That's it. You just gotta do the digging yourself. So there's nothing I got nothing else. I mean, obviously we're gonna stay here because we got a show. But I mean, like, I got, you know, all I can do is just I have not taken this case. So you can just save your comments in defense of Larry Reid or your defense of Bishop Whitehead. I have not taken this case, so I don't have any of the details of it. I simply know what I saw when I sparsed through it. Okay, that's it. Yes, I'm sure he did. Is it closed? I don't know if the case is it the case still open or the case closed? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm going to tell you one more time. I did not. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. Okay. I'm going to tell you one more time for the people in the back. I did not investigate this case. I don't even know if I have an interest in it. I'm already busy enough. I don't know if I have an interest in it. But you guys know that if I do it, and I say it, you may not like what I'm just telling you right now. So y'all, it's up to y'all to decide, because I'm gonna just be for real with you. If I dig into this story, I might find something that y'all not gonna like. So you gonna have to decide, like, Steph, I did the same thing with Bishop Whitehead's robbery case. Y'all still didn't like the answer. Okay. So I'm just like, you can't win for losing. I looked into that story. You guys, there was zero evidence that that man set that robbery up. Okay. And it's not to say that that evidence won't come years later. Okay. It just means that as of right now, there's nothing there. There's no there. Could the there show up a couple months later? Sure. Is it here now? No. Can I say that he set it up? No. Okay. No. Okay. So we looking for the truth. Okay. The case is closed. Okay. I have to look into that. I have to see that. I'd have to see. I don't know. I don't even know. So I'm sure to you, but I gotta look it up myself, you guys. Again, unless you somebody email me a document right now, I couldn't. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. It's either closed or settled. Now you said two different things. Now I don't know if you caught that, but you said the case is closed. The case was settled. You do realize legally those are two different things. A closed case means you are either acquitted or convicted. A settled case means that you settled. Both parties agreed to something. So what is it? I don't know if you know that or not. This is usually criminal. This is usually civil. It's criminal, civil. Was it a criminal case that was closed and Larry Reid was acquitted? Or is it a civil case and Larry Reid settled? You have to decide which one is it. Good observation. Y'all know me. So what was it? Was it a criminal case? Civil. Wait, let me ask y'all this. The case in Ohio was settled. Was that about the guy who was that the one where Larry sued the blogger for saying that he gave him an STI allegedly? That's this case right here? Is that this case? And that's what the blogger settled for? This is from Madeline. Madeline says, hey, Whitehead clearly stated that there was an ongoing investigation in regards to the recording. That's not a federal case. If you can see it, it's not federal. Federal cases are only filed on this website. Let me show you. Reload. Hold on. Picture. Yeah. They're only available on this website here. That's where all your federal, I hate this thing. This is where all your federal court cases are. No, there's only 13 federal courts in the United States. So that doesn't look like a federal case number. I'd have to look it up. That's what I was about to say that. That's not in that. Listen, I was about to say this myself, St. Hudson. Good observation. I was just about to say that you are not. You want to know why? Because the federal government as an entity has qualified immunity. So anything that happens within their domain in federal court cannot be settled. So it has to be adjudicated in some other way, shape, form, or fashion. So I would have to look it up. I'll take that case number down. I have to take this case number down to see it. If the case number should be here, but I can look it up for sure. Because I never heard of that. Now this case got some, I probably should let me go to Bishop Whitehead's Instagram page and catch those documents before they expire. I think he posted them on his Instagram page. Hold on one second. Let me go here. Oh, nope, they're gone. I just missed them. I didn't catch them. I should have screenshot them. I didn't. I forgot. So I don't know if he'll repost them again. They were there all day. I was just being a lazy crumb bum. But I would need to see all of those documents one more time. Hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. So Larry is lying. How would I know that if I told you? Now, King of Queens, I told you already. I never investigated the case. So why would I call someone a liar? And you know how hard it is to prove lying? You can say someone is telling a falsehood. You can say someone is being unfactual, but you can't prove a lie. I wouldn't know that. That would be insane. That'd be an insane thing. That would be an insane claim to make. So I definitely wouldn't say something like that. Yeah, I need someone, if you can, after the end of this show, send me those, DM them to me. Please don't see them in the comment section. DM me those case numbers. I'll look into it. Hell, fuck, I'll look into it. I ain't got nothing else to do, right? So I'll look into the case and I'll see what it is. Because again, King of Queens, you're saying a lot of contradictory stuff. You're saying this case is out of here. It was settled. Who settled it? Who settled the case? You mean the person on the receiving end paid Larry $75,000, or Larry settled with someone for $75,000? That's where it kind of gets a little dicey. I don't know what that means when you say settled. And then he said case closed. Two different things. Abba said, look into the house and the police report. Now that I can do. Was that case in North Carolina, the house and the police reports? I can look into those for sure. What's up? Phyllis said she is wrong for that, and Crackhead is wrong. Who's Crackhead? What's up? Coco said, "Oh, Steph, you're embarking on a winding road. It's a lot of entanglements." It's starting to sound like that. It's starting to sound like that. It's starting to sound like that. What's up? Is it Easley? Easley Excellence says, it sounds like North Carolina is a separate case from the Ohio vlogger. Got you. So the Ohio case, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. So the Ohio case says that there's a home that let's just say adolescent, because we don't know if it's a child or not, that an adolescent was touched in. Is that the case? That's the case you're talking about, right? What case is North Carolina? Was that the Ohio case? Adult male's 19. Oh, an adult male who was 19 was touched in a house. The North Carolina case is touching of a 19-year-old, right? An adolescent. That's an adolescent, right? So an adolescent. What's up, Sherelle? So an adolescent. You said, Chief, you've been sucked into the rabbit hole. Yeah. Ohio case, civil defamation, criminal. Who wrote that? Thank you very much. LMSYT says Ohio case. So that's defamation. So that one's out. So let's just move that out the way. The criminal investigation is forcible touching. Wait, you got too many states. You got Ohio, civil case, North Carolina, criminal investigation of forcible touching, Georgia, D.E. Smith. Who's D.E. Dewey Smith? Who is that? Who is E. Dewey Smith? Child, I don't be knowing none of this. Smash that like button. 260 you in the building. Don't be a bunch of hypocrites. Did I miss the interview? No. If you started now, just rewind the live back. Or it's 47 minutes in. We only watched about 12, 13 minutes of it. Is a pastor in Georgia who sued Larry Reid. I'm more interested in that North Carolina case. I don't care about that Dewey Smith case. He stalked Larry. Got you. But we don't care about that. I want to know about the North Carolina case. That's the case that I'm interested in. It was 3 cases. E. Dewey Smith is the Atlanta pastor who sued Larry Reid. And that one, is it closed or is it still open? The whole thing is sad and disheartening. It is. But, you just got to investigate stuff like this, Wendy. Yeah, so we know the truth. 3 separate cases. I couldn't see those at first. Okay. So if I'm going to pick one, it'll probably be that North Carolina case. Because that's interesting. Oh. Why is that? Are the other ones active? Hey, deal. So you said, I really don't know if I want to look at this. There's nothing salacious in the first half of this live stream. Isn't it a picture about Daryl? I'd have to look. I got to find the case number and the federal court. So you're telling me that 2 cases in North Carolina and Georgia are still open? Okay, I'll look into it. Thanks, Coco. Okay, so now give me some details about this. Give me some details about this case. Tell me everything you know about this North Carolina case. The only one open is in North Carolina. Hey, Rosalie Marshall, how are you? Okay, take care. The other two are settled. Okay. But the one in North Carolina, is it criminal? Child. Eat this mac and cheese. Child. Wow. I need to hear both of them. I need y'all. Look at me. I look stressed. I need y'all to send me. I need to hear that audio. If you have it from this, the first one, I need to hear it. And if anybody screenshotted Bishop Whitehead's those things that he was showing on his thing, can you send those to us too? And I'll look into it. Okay. I look stressed. I wanted to go swimming today, but my friend was busy and I couldn't use his pool. This is stressful. Yeah, can y'all send them to me? If you've seen them on the interwebs, can you send them to me, please? That's all I'm asking. Like, I know you're going to tell me the details of it, but if you've seen it in someone's TikTok video, if you've seen it on someone's YouTube page, if you've seen it on Instagram, Facebook, can you please just be like, oh, Steph wants to see this. Can you send it to me, please? You cannot share. Oh, so let me let you know this. You can't share links in a live. You might be able to see it, but I can't see it on my end because I don't use YouTube to live stream. I use a separate platform. So if you thought you sent a link, it doesn't come through. You have to only email it to us, which you'll find on our website at nosybystandards.com, which I'll put in the link. I put in the comment section. So that's our email, or that's our website. There's a little tab that says send tip. Just send the tip there. If you send stuff, leave stuff in the comments, I'll never see it. If you tag me and stuff, I'll never see it because I get so many tags, y'all. It'll get drowned away. Yeah, I want to hear about this. I just want y'all to just email it to me if you can, whatever you have, or DM it to us if you're on Facebook, DM it to us on Facebook, or DM it to us on Instagram, but don't leave it in the comment section. Y'all been on time. Child, I've been here since 4 o'clock. He said, I'm going to be in the bushes, kings and queens. You can't be sued for leaving comments, darling. That's not how being sued works. I don't know if you've ever been sued. You don't want to be. It's not a fun trip, but you can't get sued for leaving a comment. Phyllis said, I'm confused and lost because of my knowing there is no case in North Carolina. Apparently there is. It's not in the court system yet, I think. I think it's just at the police station. I don't think the police have given it. I don't know if it's a criminal case. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's happening or what's going on. All I know is that I need someone to send me a very detailed email right now so I can catch up to speed with what's going on. But Bishop Whitehead is mad, honey. This mac and cheese is good. Why? Why would he be in trouble? Why would he be in trouble? I'm confused. Hold on one second, you guys. I have to write something down. Oh, thank you. Is it Davi? Is it Davita? Thank you, Davita. Phyllis says, and Tasha's about to her wages garnished, so she needs to hush. Well, Tasha just needs to be quiet. Tasha just needs to stop. He said Larry ain't do nothing to him. I suppose it's a matter of opinion. I haven't any opinions on it. I suppose it's just a matter of opinion. This is from St. Hudson says, doing the suing ain't fun either. It's tedious and expensive. I imagine it is. This is from King and Queen says, I wasn't talking about being sued for comments. I was talking about LMSYT was going to be sued for doxing information about Larry Reid. What does she dox? You can't be sued for defamation if you say allegedly in your statement and say that this is a matter of opinion. So if you scroll back to when we were playing Tasha K's interview, Larry Reid or Bishop Whitehead, because they're so interchangeable. Bishop Whitehead stated, "This is alleged." He said, "I don't know if none of this is true." Allegedly, that's a legal buffer, honey. I don't think you did. I don't think you did. What's up, Victoria? Says, honey, these comments getting spicy, child. I don't know why y'all in here tussling. Bishop Whitehead asked for King Jive's location earlier, according to King Jive's earlier his live. Bishop Whitehead asked for King Jive's location earlier, according to what King Jive said earlier in his live. Yeah, if somebody asks you your location, you give it to them, and you do it on the internet, you're doxing yourself. Hey, Nosies, how you doing? Spoken wisdom. What's up, Bougie? Said, Bishop just handed Larry his countersuit. What is that? Jive said he was doxing him. People just be throwing anything around. If somebody sues you and they publish the lawsuit on the internet, that's not doxing. It's a legal document. It's not a dox. If someone has your address because they are launching a lawsuit against you and they put your address on the internet, it's not doxing, because in order for them to be able to obtain your address, that means your address was made as as public information. So again, that's not doxing either. So, and again, doxing is not illegal in every state. You got to be really specific when it comes to doxing. So let's just say King Jive has maintained his internet presence as King Jive, not his first name, just King Jive. He's never voted and he's never had an address in his own name, right? He's always lived under somebody else's name. And someone goes and finds out his address and his name, that is doxing. So doxing is such a hard thing to prove because there's so much of your information on the internet. You know what I mean? It's people always say it means public information or information is not made to the public. If it's on the internet, that's the public. If you register to vote, that's the public. When I published what's her name's Tarnisha Arnold's or Tarnisha Howard's voter registration card, people are like, you're doxing her. She voted. She voted. The county doxed her, not me. It's like, come on, use discernment. She voted. You don't want your address out there? Literally don't vote. That's the only way your physical address will not be made public. Don't sign up for any junk mail. You know what I mean? Don't use the internet. Like saying oh he doxed me is hard. It's a hard thing to prove. It's a hard thing to prove. Whose medical records? Yeah, medical records is doxing. It is, but you wouldn't necessarily get in trouble. However, you obtain them would, because medical records are covered under HIPAA. So if you got someone else's medical records, you wouldn't be violating HIPAA because those medical records are so tightly sealed. They would launch an investigation to see how you got them. Now, if you physically stole them out of a hospital, you would get in trouble for theft, not HIPAA violations. But if a doctor gave them to you, the doctor is liable, not you. So that's how HIPAA works. If I asked you your medical history, that's not a violation of HIPAA. If you tell me it's not a violation of HIPAA. So HIPAA works a little bit differently than what you think, because medical records are so tightly protected that the courts know, well, if she got it, someone had to give it to her because there's no way she would have got it. So now we got to go backtrack and see if a sloppy nurse, a sloppy doctor, someone, but we know for a fact she couldn't have gotten medical records. Do you understand how that works? Like, it's a little bit different. You said the address was on your address is on the front of the magazine, literally. You said stuff is hitting the fan with Udoka. Impregnated multiple women, married woman who he impregnated was told to stop and didn't, sent creepy messages. Wow, where's all this at? Share the tea. We'll discuss this Friday. We got no agenda today. What's up, Shy? Said the information that Whitehead produced the guy wasn't to tell anything about what happened. I don't know what I didn't take any screenshots, so I don't know what Whitehead got from that guy. I have no idea what it was. Is this a legal class? I'm starting to think so, Desiree. I'm starting to think so. I think a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about what doxing is, what releasing of information is, and that's okay. We'll learn something new every day. This is like blogging 101 course. And it's all right. I don't mind working it out with you guys. You said it's still doxing. The information wasn't given to you to speak on. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's not. Sorry, my guy or my gal. I'm not sure what your gender pronouns are, but that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. St. Hudson says, but someone could sue you in civil court unless you would have to prove that by you showing my address online, it caused you grave harm, harassment. You'd have to be able to prove that because your address is already on the internet. So by you showing it to a wider audience, I suppose you'd have to be. Oh, can you share the link with me on? Oh, it's on Twitter. Let me see. Y'all lazy. Y'all don't even be sharing that with me no more. Okay, hold on. I don't see it. Is it trending? Yeah. Interesting. I don't see it. I have to dig for it. This from Phyllis. Phyllis said, Daryl, who's Daryl? Daryl went to Larry's house and recorded himself. Was Larry on the recording? What the recording say, honey? Shy said Whitehead is using his reason to use against Larry because he said he don't mess with his family. He also keeps saying that Larry hurt his family in church as to why he's doing this. I suppose that could be his reason. I don't quite know. I don't really know because I don't have all the information. So I can't be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I can't give you my opinion because I don't really know what Whitehead is doing. All I know is that he's got his hands on some court records and police reports and a recording. Um, that's all I know, but I don't know what any of that information really entails. You said no, not addressed. Someone could sue you in civil court if you display their private medical records, academic, especially if you have already sent them a cease and desist. They could, I guess, but that's a stretch. Whose medical records are we talking about? I'm sorry. Can you catch me up to speed, Saint? I don't know did someone release somebody's medical records? This is from Ashley says, DM the bishop chief. He want to give up the tapes. You think if I DM Bishop Whitehead, he respond to me? I think I'm pretty objective. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll DM him. I hope I'm logged in. Oh, this is annoying. Hold on. Close that. I hope I know my password. I don't know it. I don't know what my password is, y'all. I couldn't fucking tell you. No clue. This computer just I don't know what happened today, but it logged me out of all my passwords. So I got to do everything on my phones until I figure out what the passwords are. Okay, let me just message the bishop because maybe we'll just let's just Bishop Whitehead. Let's just put this to rest, Bishop Whitehead. Okay, put it to rest, and I'll show you the message after I'm done. Okay. Hello? Question mark. What am I supposed to say? I guess I've been tracking his story. I guess I should tell him my name. Okay, y'all, hold on. I'm still messaging him. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I know it's gonna be a long one, y'all. Tell him he not a scam. I'm not talking about his past where he was incarcerated. You guys, you have to understand when someone gets incarcerated for a crime that they've committed, ideally, right? Idyllically, once you serve the time, you get to kind of sponge away that label of scammer, right? Because you serve the time. So he did that, and in turn, he has not conducted any. Except not paying his You gotta pay your campaign workers, Bishop. Except that's the only part that I didn't like as a political scientist. The only thing I didn't like: pay your campaign workers. I'm almost done. So Wu Chow, keep a spiritual cleanse ready. I'm sending a message to Bishop Whitehead because I need to talk to him. I do. I'm gonna give him both my numbers. What's my other phone number? Oh. Okay, I sent it. See, I sent. So I said hello. Well, let me read this. Whitehead isn't displaying himself as a leader of God. If anyone doesn't know Christ, the behavior he's displaying is all wrong and ways to lead himself to Christ. I don't know. I guess that's objective, Shy. Smash that like button on your way in, you guys. Don't be a bunch of heathens. Do you have a Pacer account? No, I don't. I should probably get one. I used to. Now, full disclosure, a few years ago, I actually filed bankruptcy, and they were supposed to give me a Pacer account, and I didn't get one. I had a lot of medical bills because I was really sick. That's private, okay? But I did, and I'd never. They were supposed to give me a Pacer account. They never did. So debt free is the way to be. Listen, it's America. If you have medical debt, file bankruptcy. Fuck that shit. Okay. So I'll read you my message. I'm supposed to have a Pacer account, but they're supposed to mail me this like code. I'm just being honest with you guys. They're supposed to mail me this code. And they never mailed it to me. So I was like, oh, well, I'm sure the bankruptcy went through, and it did. It was years ago though. So if you ever do a background check on your girl, that's all you'll find. And a truancy ticket. That's it. When it was not mine. Okay. This is full disclosure. The truancy ticket isn't mine. My ex-best friend in high school stole my ID and got, stopped by the police during school hours. And she gave them my driver's license. And I was 19 at the time. She was 17. So I'm like, how in the world did you still get the truancy ticket if my ID said 19? I don't get it. She's like, I don't know. I don't even know why you still gave it to me. I'm like, so that's the only thing you'll find. Okay. Be careful, he'll womanizer. What? Y'all, I'm not in it. The man is married. I'm not a heathen. Okay. It's so let me read you what I said while I'm talking about my truancy ticket and bankruptcy. Okay, so he said that was years ago, you guys. So he said, hello. I said, hello, my name is Stephanie. It's a typo. Y'all know I'm slow. Said I'm here at the Nosy Bystanders. We have been tracking your story from the robbery to now where you completed an interview with Tasha K. I'd like to see about speaking to you off the record about your accounts and everything going on, and maybe an understanding as to why you believe Larry Reid, and King Jives are discussing you in this way, shape, form, and manner. I do want to let you know that I've conducted an investigation into your robbery, and I've stated several times on my platform that the investigation is still ongoing and that it definitely was nothing nefarious. Please give me a call at your earliest convenience. Damn, I left both my phone numbers. There you go. So we shall see if we hear from the bishop. He probably won't talk to me like, it's one of Larry Reid's people. He's definitely gonna respond. He seems to enjoy it. Well, like, I just want the full story. I want to sit down and do a full interview with him. Like, I feel like people get really excited when they talk to him because he's handsome, so they get distracted, or they're just like not very good at interviewing, so they rush it. But I asked him if we could talk off the record. I'm not, y'all already know I don't do interviews on the record. We'll never get anything done. I want to talk to you off the record so I can cross-reference stuff myself. This is about research. This is not about getting the next greatest interview. I could care less about that interview. I could talk to plenty of people. You know what I mean? You know how easy it is to get a celebrity to talk to you. All you gotta do is just fluff up your resume and be like, I'm gonna submit the story to New York Times. Can I get a quote from you? That's just easy. Celebrities are easy to get in contact with because you know why? Because at some point in time, they're always gonna check their DMs. Always. They're gonna check them DMs, honey. They're gonna check them. This is Desiree says, "Don't forget, I know you're not a scammer. I believe you, trust you." I would never say that. I don't think he's a scammer, y'all. Except how he played those what's it called? Campaign workers. That was bogus. I'm gonna tell him if I talk to him, like, look, let's talk about these campaign workers, okay? Bishop Whitehead. Oh, I think there's a bug in here. You asking the wrong person. Who am I supposed to ask? Ain't the story about him? What's up, Shannon? Shannon says, we don't believe you if you can't show us proof. That's definitely your Truancy. I don't know how to pronounce the word. Truancy? That's definitely your Truancy. I'm smacking on pistachios. Child. The Lord have mercy. Smacking on some grapes. Are y'all asking each other what y'all eating? Y'all, it's Friday. I ain't trying to do nothing. This from Kimberly. What's up, Kimberly? Says, I don't know if any of this is accurate. However, give me a second. Let me grab something. I'm wearing a dress, y'all. I'm wearing a dress. I'm wearing a dress and a hoodie. Okay, I'm back. I want to grab some coffee. It's good. It's only a little left, so I'm drinking out the bottle. Okay, Kim. Kim says, I don't know if this is accurate. However, there was a police report that was filed in North Carolina. Milk mustache. And filed in North Carolina and displayed on Daryl Moore and the YouTuber that was sued by Larry Reid in Ohio. Interesting. Naturally, D. What's up, D? Says in the recording that Whitehead played, the victim has HIV and said Larry allegedly. Ooh, that sounds. Oh, when did he play that recording? Did he play that with Tasha K last night? It's not a good look as a pastor to say another pastor is going to hell, especially on live. In my, it's not a good look. It's not a good look because you don't know someone's salvation. You don't know someone's salvation. You're gonna be like, oh, you're going to hell. That's a terrible thing to say. You can't be out here saying stuff like that. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm trying to hear from Whitehead. Y'all, if Whitehead blocked me, I'm gonna be sad. Will you interview Larry? I don't know. I gotta hear the full story. You know, I got to hear the full story. I do. I would have to hear the full. I gotta hear everyone. And so how I do it is I just follow the paper trail. And what does the paper trail tell me? I've just been like, you know, like my brain is hardwired for research. Like I know people can say stuff and sometimes talking to people does help connect the dots. but the paperwork usually does all the talking. So I want to get the paperwork first. So I have to go and get that this weekend. So I'll get that this weekend. I'll do my best to, at least. Child, I'm out. I can't take his lying tongue. Who lying? Are you still watching Tasha K?
Because he takes care of me.
Oh. She's talking about Udoka. He's calling you now? No. Use a Whitehead not coming unless it's lights, camera, action. No, it's not, because you know why? Because Whitehead is always in either in his office or his car or his car. So when he say lights, camera, action, it's not like he's asking to be flued out by Oprah. He usually just talks to people in his car or his office. What's up, Brother Gladly? How you been? I wish he was calling. He's not calling me, child. But we'll see. If I get a quote from him, I just want to talk to him off the record. I just want to sparse it together myself. I don't be believing that nobody be saying. I got to hear it myself. Is he a spotlight chaser? You think so? I don't think so. I don't know. He's doing an interview with Tasha K at 8 p.m. Child, we listened to that. We listened to it. We already listened to it. This is Eastern Standard Time. So if you just joined our live, if you scroll, we've been here an hour, 21 minutes. If you scroll back to the first 12 minutes of this we don't have a podcast, that's lame. If you listen to the first 12 minutes of this live stream, that's the interview with Whitehead and Tasha K. So scroll to the front and smash that like button on your way to the front, because we got the whole Tasha K interview there. So scroll to the front of this live stream. You just joined us now, Chad, you just missed it. So scroll to the front, okay? We're going to still be here. You ain't got to worry about it. Smash that like button on your way to the past, okay? Don't be a bunch of ignorant Negroes. You said, no, that was yesterday. It's only today, girl. Child, we heard it today. That wasn't yesterday. That was today. That was today. You know how I know it was today? Because I was watching Tasha K on Instagram. She said, I got to go. I got a live stream with Whitehead on my platform. So I went to her platform, pay for the membership fee, and aired it, child. So go scroll to the front of this live stream. If you're on YouTube, I'll show you exactly how you're going to do it, okay? Because a lot of people don't actually know that you can do that on YouTube. It's probably one of the cooler platforms that allows you to do it. So if you go to YouTube and you're on this live stream like this, all you do is this. Hold on, let me see. All you do is just this. You can scroll to the front. This, and just listen here. This is the Tasha K interview. This is it. We played it live.
But now it's my turn. Okay, I prayed about it, and God blessed me with the strength, the power, the courage to take him down. And all of this new stuff fell in my lap.
I guess we're just gonna listen to it here. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all be getting on my nerves. Y'all ain't even gonna scroll to the front. Y'all just gonna make me play it from my phone. So I just gotta see it and replay my live stream in the live stream. Okay, y'all play it. Hey, y'all be getting on my nerves.
I got so much audio that he needs to explain.
Not Larry Reid weekend.
Yes. This Larry Reid weekend. All right, where I'm going to be playing.
I forgot
audio.
So it's gonna be a little bit wonky because I forgot to mute this microphone. This one.
Yeah, we need explanation. I already put up the police report of sex offense and forced fondling, which is child molestation, and the address that was
me.
On the police report, as my team did the research, is dear to.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Larry Reid and Elisa Reid.
I was screaming too. So I was screaming. So I hope you I hope you know you're going to hear a lot of yelling.
Was his wife at the time. And Larry Reid knew that I posted it, and what he tried to do is he tried to do a little damage control, and what he said was, he said that the house wasn't even built. He said he wasn't nowhere around it. How can a house not be built if the police report has an address? Not only that, when he said that, my team was watching, and they also sent over the tax records where it says that house was built in 2006. So we have all of these receipts. We have all of these receipts. So let's go, Tasha. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so 20 million.
So, yes, he's a vicious pastor who needs revenge back like that. Abby says, I wonder why people are taking up for someone who has caused so much heartache. Larry is getting his karma. You think so? I mean, your honest opinion. Do you think this is in your honest opinion, do you think this is Larry Reid's karma? You said if Larry Reid can put things out on him, why can't he do it too? Not the rewind for us who missed it. Y'all be getting on my nerves. Here, I'll rewind it. Where were we?
Of what's going to happen, and as per what they saying, they're saying Larry Reid and Jav are putting your infidel bishop. We are afraid to come to church. They are lying on you, Bishop, and our families are.
Hold on.
Don't go to church. Are you seeing what Larry Reid is talking about? Are you seeing what Jav is talking about? And then their families are saying, at least leave the children home. These guys are targeting Bishop. We don't know who are they going to. They even believe that Larry Reid and Jav was going to send people in there to do things or open the door for people to do things, because every day they were saying something about the ministry. Every day. And then they was putting my ad. I'm talking about the mental damage that they have done to my family. My daughter, my 14-year-old daughter, is still cries every single night because of what they've done.
Okay. That's unfortunate, and if your daughter's going through that, I definitely want to keep her, in prayers, because children do take things a lot differently than we do as adults, and so if that happened, my heart is definitely with you.
When you say that old school heart, what do you mean he's been weird? I've never watched King Jives live, so if you watch him regularly, you'll probably be able to know if his attitude or his demeanor has changed. So when you say he's been weird, what does that mean? Can you elaborate for us? Hello, Unicorn and Dimple says, I'm here. Hello. Great profile picture, by the way. Speaking from the purple couch, what's up? You're late. It's Friday. She said, girl, I got a life, or I don't know what your gender is, but hello. Says, I put the case number in the chat almost 10 times and a way for her to get the case information, no charge, but I'm not sure. No, we can't get links here. So speaking from the purple couch, you'll have to email it to us. It's Stephanie@nosybystanders.com, or go to our website at nosybystanders.com and just click on the tab that says send a tip. And if you do that, we will get your tip. It goes directly to me. He's asking for $100,000. Who's asking for $100,000? From his audience or from Bishop Whitehead? My eye hurts. Bishop Whitehead needs to go back to theology school if he ever went. I think he did. Maybe. I don't know. I have no clue. This is from Shannon. Shannon says, so don't nobody find it odd that this bishop is back on his bloggers' lives after he said that she believed the robbery was fake. Maybe he didn't catch that she said that. Maybe he didn't catch she said that. You know what I mean? King Jive is begging for money from his subscribers so he can have a studio for reporting. He wants a. You lie. You lying. You lying. Listen, old school heart. Don't you be in here lying. Don't you be in here lying. Okay, don't you be in here lying. Shy says it's not a matter of taking up for no one seriously. It's a matter of people knowing what goes on in the church, past, present, future. We're no longer being blinded about what goes on in the church. That is true. Very true. That's what I'm saying. My studio, you know how much my studio cost me? Altogether, even though it's just my bedroom. $50 for this light. That's about it. You don't need a fancy studio. If your tea is good, it's good, honey. The people will come. If you tell them, they will come. You don't need a fancy studio to tell tea, honey. For what? That's my question to King Jive. And there's no shade to King Jive. Sure, he's a nice fella. You know what I mean? Probably don't be out here calling people scammers without proof. Probably my tip to him. You know what I mean? But you don't need a fancy studio, to tell the tea. This ponytail did not come out how I wanted it to. This is from Desiree says, I'm out. I gotta order someone. Text me when we move on. Okay, I'll see you later, Desiree. What is your email address again? I'll put it in the chat. Speaking from the purple couch. I get this ponytail together. I don't even know what's happening. You gotta spell my name right, because if you don't, I'll never get it. Wendy, hello, Wendy Jeter, says, why is he so fixated on Larry when there are other bloggers reporting the same exact stuff? This goes deeper. It's jealousy and envy. I don't know. Maybe because Larry Reid started it. Maybe because I guess it galvanized. Like, Larry Reid is the one who started the argument of this could be fake. This robbery seems a little coerced, or whatever it is Larry Reid was saying at the time that this robbery occurred. And I think that's where everyone kind of took it and ran with it. You know what I mean? Like, had Larry not said that, I think, you know what I mean? Had he not said that, I don't think everybody would have been in this tizzy. But Larry said it, and it kind of sparked everything. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you kind of got to go after the person who started the rumor. $100 from each subscriber. Now, I hate to do this, but let's be a little messy right now. Would y'all like to be messy? Would you? So let me pull something up here. Hold on one second. I'm trying to think of the name of the website. What is the name of the website? Oh, I got it. What is his name? Hold on. Okay. Child. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, y'all. This. So now, mind you, this is publicly shareable information. It is. I want to preface this by saying, thank you very much, Purple Couch. Thank you. So, here we go. King of Queens says, Larry has not gotten any court papers. Whitehead is just talking. How do you know he's just talking if he gotten any papers? Who is Larry Bishop Jordan? CRG says, I feel like nothing would shock me about Larry Reid, but this is degrading the Bishop's character every minute. Who's King? I don't know who that is. Lisa Oatman, who are you talking about? I'm sorry. You might have been leaving some text in the comment section. I must have missed it. Shannon says, I believe Whitehead is going to lose against Larry. Larry is going to lose against Lindy Jerrigan. Who is that? Y'all, there's so many characters. Hold on. Let me check my email. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let me get to your comments. Dang, I'm late. Sister girl, you late as hell. Sister girl, we've been here an hour and 37 minutes. All we doing is just rambling. This is Friday. We've got nothing on the agenda. 504 said, what's the 504 says? I think the armed robbery would be more traumatizing to a 14-year-old than an internet beef her dad is having. I think her dad needs to just do what he's got to do and just stay off the internet. That's my personal opinion. Like, do what you got to do, stay off the internet. You know what I mean? Like, just do what you got to do. If you're going to sue, sue. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's going to sue. He don't sound like he's playing around about it. What's up, Tish? Tish says another YouTube channel played the interview and I was confused, offended, and shocked. I like Tasha K, but she was out of line. And for him to present himself as a man of God up there engaging in gossip. Y'all, it's not a sin to gossip. But I know what you're trying to say, sister, Tish Jones. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah. Lisa says Bishop Jordan is a renowned pastor in New York. He is well respected. His association with Larry is not a good look. Why? What's wrong with Larry? Jazzy, old lady. You don't look very old, but I'll let you keep the name. Says, I feel Whitehead wanted attention. He's just the type. 50 Cent said Whitehead is a wacko years ago. 50 Cent is a wacko. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but 50 Cent attacks women on the internet. So one wacko to another, he should probably, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking advice from 50 Cent. if you catch my drift, I'm not taking any advice from 50 Cent. Sorry, old school says Bishop Jordan is also kind of weird, on the weird side. Y'all remember him from Run's house? Mm-mm. Do you allow people up? Up where? Tell me, honey. Where? Bougie said you have to be in to be so sure about what you're saying. You talking about me? Or are you talking about someone else? Bless62, what's up, Bless? Said Liar Whitehead. Okay, it's a new name. And Tasha K, teamed up to get those audios that were proven lies, and all the accusers left town, leaving Daniel Moore to lose his case and has a gag order in place. These tapes were all proven fake. I never heard them. So if one of y'all got them, can someone send it to me? Can I listen to them? Wacko is subjective. It is. What's up, Mrs. Drella? Drella? I hope I'm saying that right. Drella? Did you just change your name? Says, oh wow, Bishop Jordan used to speak at a church I went to back in the day. Woo child. Oh, was he? I used to watch Run's house. Okay, Overcomer says, oh, my leg, y'all. Normally I'm not sitting here for 2 hours. Says, how can Whitehead lose against Larry for discussing what is public information? Larry is doing the exact thing that Whitehead is doing about him. That's a fair assessment, actually. That's actually a really good assessment. Hold on one second. I want to stop. I like when it's purple, and I was going to stop it, but I'm too late. I got to wait. I got to let the rotation come again. Toya, hey Toya, says on one of Larry Reid's recent lives recently, he said a man don't know what he like until he tries it. And now to hear the boy he had with saying that Larry said to him years ago, I believe did that. What did he do? I need y'all to please someone catch me up to speed. What is he being accused of doing? Can someone tell me what was he being accused of doing? I'm curious, what was he being accused of doing? Coercion? You said, do not believe these mess or discuss these audios. Unfortunately, Blessed, that's not how it works. You got to listen to it to understand. You cannot avoid stuff and then decide. You have to listen to the information and then decide. So that's just the name of the game. I can't pick and choose and be like, fake. I haven't heard anything. You know what I mean? I ain't even heard nothing. So I can't be like, oh, that's fake. I definitely can't do that. I have to be able to hear it to decide and to decipher whether it's kabuki theater or fact. So you can't, unlike turtles and flamingos, we can't just bury our head in the sand. You know what I mean? Yeah. You must listen. You're right. You got to listen to it. This is from Bless said, young lady Whitehead has this mess on his YouTube, on his channel. Okay. I'll have to listen to it. Thank you, Blessed. Easley says the audio sounds real. The accuser did not get sued by Larry, but the blogger who interviewed him did. Larry knew all three men. Larry denied it, and we're not minors if he did not have a relationship. That makes sense. Easily, I need you to DM. I need you to I feel like you know a lot, and I would like to talk to you. Is there a way that you could DM me on Instagram? Our name is Nosy, but it's the same on. It's not TV at the end. We're the same. It's just Nosy Bystanders on Instagram. Could you DM me? Because I have a business page. All my DMs, they're not hidden. I get all of them direct. So I need to talk to you because I feel like you know a lot of the details, if you don't mind. You said drop your link or your number in the chat. I do have a tip line. Yeah, I'll give you the tip line number. You can call it if you want to be on air. I'm not getting off the air right now, but if you want to be on air, this is our tip. We have 2 tip lines. This is our other tip line. Y'all, yes, we do have a tip line, and we do have voicemails. We check them every day. But then this You can just text this one. This one does not have a speakerphone, and this one does. So pick your poison if you call one of them. This one is, I guess this one is anonymous because there's no speaker to it, and this one is not. Girl, all of them. Who's all of them? Bishop Whitehead, Larry Reid, the accusers. You're saying everyone lying. Okay. You say, yep. Y'all be trying to call me. Y'all's Friday. Okay, fine. Hold on. I'm only taking in 2 calls. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I like this color and I was trying to catch it because it's one of those touch lava lamps. So you have to touch it to stop it. How could he sue anonymous person? You can't sue someone anonymous. If the person's anonymous, they're anonymous. You'd have to pay a private investigator to figure out who they are. So you can't sue someone if they're anonymous. DJ said, it's just a good comedy show for me. Both parties are funny. It's a reality. This is reality YouTube for real. Says, no, all the statements made by the accusers were found to be lies. The guy recanted his statement. That is why the blogger was left holding the bag and the accusers would not speak. Okay, so now that we know that, right? So let's just say that's the statement here is true. Before I investigate it, what happened in Ohio? I'm sorry, what happened in North Carolina with the 19-year-old in the house that Larry said wasn't built? Is that case closed? Thumbs up if it's closed, thumbs down if it's not. You have 10 seconds. What's the North Carolina case is closed. Lucky Lisa, I don't know. Now, the North Carolina case is not closed, but it is my understanding it does not name Larry Reid as one of the accusers. Said Larry was not living there, but other church guys were. So Larry could, so it's a possibility he was renting the house out to a church. Right. Now, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now, if he was renting the house out, right? Right? Purple Couch, if he was renting the house out to other church guys, right? Yes, you understand that statement? If Larry Reid was renting the church house, his house out that he had to church guys, as you say, do you understand that statement? Why did Larry say the house wasn't built yet? Now that I do not. Because it was either the house was either there or it wasn't. Right? You can't have both. You can't be like, oh, other people were living there, but it wasn't built. Okay. So what? You know what I mean? So it's gotta be one of them. Now, Larry owned the house and he was renting it out, which makes sense. That's a good passive source of income, being a rental, being someone who, you know, a renter or a landlord, or the house didn't exist. So it's one of the two. Which I don't think Whitehead misread the dates because he produced all the documents. I got to see the documents. Check your text messages. Now, it depends on which phone you sent it to. Oh, thank you. Who sent this? Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay. October 2006. October 6, 2006. When did the No, the police report for fondling, that wasn't 2018. That house was built, honey. The house was there. Y'all, this is a deed. So let me I have the documents. I'll share my screen. Hold on. Does it choose which one it shares? Heck no. Hold on. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on. Why is it not letting me show this? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try again. I'm trying to share my it says go to system preferences, unlock this screen by selecting lock button at the top right corner. Unlock it. It's not locked. Oh, system preferences. Hold on 1 second, you guys. How do I do this? I hate MacBooks. Check Google Chrome. If I already checked, unchecked. Oh, I don't see it in here. Why is it not opening? I'm going to share my... Okay, it won't let me show you to them. I have to show them to you on my phone. Ugh, it's ghetto. I guess I'll fix this after. Okay, so I have it. Hold on. Can you guys still hear me? I'll have to yell because the mic is all the way over there. Okay, here is the deed, I guess. Right? If you can see there, here, it says October 6, 2006. And this is the police report, which is probably hard to see. Let me try to zoom in. Yeah, I'll zoom in. Here's the police report. That's 2018. So the house was already there. So, and then Larry said the house wasn't built yet, but here's this is the deed. This is a deed. You don't get a deed, you guys. Deeds don't come with addresses if there's no structure on the land. So I don't know. Check your comments. I know I've missed quite a few. Bless said, who says he's a bishop? He was ordained online. If I say I'm Christ, will you believe me? If you say you're a Christian, should I believe you? If you say you're a Christian, should I believe you? Or do I have to watch you get baptized? I'm just asking, right? I didn't witness your baptism. How do I know you're a Christian? I didn't see that. Just think about it. Jazzy says, when you're having a house built, you get an address and a lot number. Interesting. Terry said, this is old and has been settled. The accusations were unfolded. Do more research. Look, Terry, I know you seem like a, a nice lady and my elder, so I'm not going to use this instance to cuss you out. Okay. I ain't going to use this instance to cuss you out. Okay. I don't even got the energy to, to cuss you out. I ain't even going to do you like that, Miss Lady. Okay. But watch your mouth when you talking to me. I'm not your little friends across the internet. All right. You ain't never been here before. I ain't never seen you before. But when you come over here, you watch your fucking mouth with the way you talk to me, the way you thought you was about to get away with that. Cause I slid up to the comments because I saw that shit at the corner of my eye. Watch yourself. So Bless said, hi Jazzy. Oh, that's not for me. This is it's a sure thing. Host Diane Murphy says, you can get a deed for vacant land. Can you get an address too? I'm just, y'all, this is not about who I believe. Okay. This is just about, because again, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know any of the case. I'm new to the case. I just got onto it last night, so I have no idea what's happening. Okay. So just so you know, so I'm getting the documents as they come. But if you clearly have never been here before, like that's what's laughable. And I don't want to laugh at you guys because I know you're new here, but we do things a little bit different here. So one, we don't get sued. Congratulations to us. We don't get sued. We do get into internet beefs with celebrities, but they don't have a means to sue us because when we dig for tea, we use a scientific method, which is probably something you guys are not used to. You're used to a very charismatic and smooth talking male or female host who dishes out the tea and then years later gets sued because they put their foot in their mouth. That's not us here. So we don't do that here. We use a scientific method. If you don't like facts, you've come to the wrong place. Okay? It's that simple. You don't like facts? Why are you here? Okay. This is not about what we believe. We don't have a personal opinion over here. So I know you're looking for that, like, I love this person and they could never do that. You're never going to get that over here. You'll never get that over here. You'll never get Stephanie's personal opinion on anything. All you're going to get is factual information and then my conclusion at the very end, right? This is what I conclude based off the evidence that we reviewed. This is what I'm concluding. You're never going to get, oh, I think you'll never get that here. So if you've come for opinions and a softball approach to gossip, leave. Hey, just leave. Okay. Blessing said this viral, I don't know what that is. I meant you meant viral, is young and well. A lot peep get on YouTube and just talk. Say less. Not sure what that means. And boom. Tell him nosy. I be trying to tell him. I don't be trying to be here and be ignorant. But I know y'all be coming over here hot and ready. You ain't got to come over here hot and ready. We not gonna go after your favorites, okay? Only if they're being untruthful and trying to hide their misdeeds. Okay, that's the only way. If you're the favorite person you like on the internet is loud, crazy, boisterous, but they're just loud, crazy, and boisterous. They don't do anything to hurt, harm, or bother people. You'll never hear us talk about them. It's that simple. But if you come over here and like, oh, don't come in hot over here. You fall flat on your face, okay? And then you'll be embarrassed because I'm not like everyone else. You'll be embarrassed. I'll read your comments. Jazzy Old School says, I love this channel because it definitely does real yeah, like I'm just not going to give you my opinion because I don't know. You know, I in my head, when you guys are sending me stuff, I'm just trying to make these suppositions very quickly, like, okay, what is this? And what does this mean? And what are they saying? Now, mind you, again, I'm telling you guys, the reason why I saw everything that I'm discussing is fractured is because I haven't investigated the story because I didn't know if I wanted to. But I would like to because it seems pretty interesting, you know? It seems rather interesting. So that's why I think I want to, because it seems like everyone's all over the place with it. And the only reason why people don't want to believe it, now this is my opinion. I think the only reason why people don't want to believe the accounts of the accused is because one, people love Larry Reid, and two, people hate Bishop Whitehead. So because they love one and hate the other, it doesn't matter if one person could be potentially be presenting evidence in a case that is factual. It's the simple matter that it's the person who delivered it you don't like. So therefore, it's false. You got to get out of that kind of thinking. You have to get out of that kind of thinking. You have to do it with me too. You don't know. God forbid, but years later, something could come out where I like pushed an old lady. You're like, but I love Steph. Yeah, but she pushed an old lady. Okay. And it's on video. So you can't just be like, oh, but she was having a bad day. Take your feelings out of it. Okay. Because at some point in time, every single person that you encounter, you're going to learn more about them, and you're going to have to decide based off fact whether you can continue to support them. So take out the fact that it's Larry Reid, and take out the fact that Bishop Whitehead is re-brought this case to the surface. Because again, I think someone said that it had already been discussed over time, and Larry and Bishop Whitehead is re-bringing it back up. So take that out of the equation and look at the facts of the case. Do you believe the victims, the quote unquote potential victims who are coming forth about a person? That's what you have to ask yourself. And if you say, I don't believe them, then you didn't learn anything from the Me Too movement. You were to believe the victims first, and then you investigate the case. Once you have investigated the case based off of the evidence that you have received, does it match up with the victim's statements in the beginning? The victim statements will be considered as the hypothesis, like this happened, and therefore here are the premises, right? Or the clues to it. You take all of that together, you take your witnesses' statements, and then you apply your conclusion. So take out the people you like and dislike and just follow the story. What does the story tell you? That's it. It's that simple. Okay. And if it's so tough for you to just like do that, then this is not the type of story that you should follow. And that's just my personal opinion. If you can't take your feelings out of it for Larry Reid or Bishop Whitehead, you absolutely have to stop following the story, because all you're doing is telling yourself that I choose to believe the people I like versus what the evidence is presented to me. And therefore, if someone could be potentially, allegedly have violated someone, I'm okay with that, because I like them. I mean, are you okay saying that to yourself? Because if you are, you might have this story might, be a catalyst as to why you might need to go to therapy. Because if that's what you believe, then like you might have to ask yourself some really, really tough questions. You know what I mean? You have to ask yourself some really tough questions like, wow, okay, wow, that's tough. That's a tough thing to ask yourself, So it's like, this might not be the story for you to follow. 504 Empress says, I always say you can't judge a situation based off your relationship or perceived character of someone. People show up differently with others, no matter who they are. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Seriously, you're absolutely correct. You can't just be like, I like them, therefore whatever they do, I mean, it makes no difference to me. Are you sure about that? Because when they do it to you, then you're going to have to be okay with letting it slide, as they say. So just be mindful, I'm just saying, make objective, decisions for yourself, because if that's how you operate, then it's just like, and I hate to say this, but it does ring true, right? A lot of us in here are Black, but that's why we let our creepy uncles get away with it. That's why we let the creepy brother or the creepy dads get away with it, because they're so charismatic during the barbecue. Oh, he puts up the Christmas lights every year. Yeah, but he still like touches people inappropriately. You okay with that? I'm not, I'm definitely not, Dina said, that's how R. Kelly got away with it for so long. People love him and just couldn't get past the music they like. Correct. So this whole story that we will investigate, which I would like to do tomorrow, if you guys are okay with that, right? If you got the stomach for it, I think that what I'll do is if you guys can, you help me out. We'll just have to, we're not going to solve this case because obviously we're not detectives, but we will investigate this case together. So whatever you got, send it to us. Send it however you send it to us, but don't leave it in the comment sections anywhere. So if you're a primary TikTok user or a primary Facebook user, don't leave good tips in the comments. Always send them to us via DM on Facebook at Nosy Bystanders TV, on Instagram at Nosy Bystanders, on TikTok at Nosy Bystanders. Here on our website, there's a link. probably in the description. I don't know if I put it in there, but we have a website called nosybystanders.com. I'm gonna start putting my website back in a link. I always forget to do that, but we have a website called nosybystanders.com. You guys, if you go to our about page here on YouTube, it gives you all of our social medias. We have an actual website where you can leave real tips. So leave your tips there, and it takes you directly to our email address and our phone numbers. All of our phone numbers are on our website, so you can call or text any of those numbers. Well, don't text, just call. Just call. Please just call. I know some people hate calling. Just call me. It's a lot easier to call me than to text me, y'all. It takes me a while to get through text messages. But yeah, those are the best ways to get us tips. And tomorrow, we'll go live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go over everything we found. And I'll share my screen, and we'll start the story off from the beginning, right? Based off the evidence. There will be no Larry Reid. There will be no Bishop Whitehead. It'll just be the facts. And then you have to decide based off of what you see, are you going to believe it? That's it. Okay. That's all I got for you guys today. We've been on here for 2 hours. I'm tired. I ate Chick-fil-A. God rest my soul. Don't eat at Chick-fil-A. It's not because it's bad, but they're just not a good company. It was delicious. And we'll be back tomorrow. Probably gonna do the after show on TikTok at Chief Nosy Bystander. That's our TikTok page. And we'll do a live show today. Again, it'll be mostly this. Okay. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the live show. The Nosy Bystanders investigates Larry Reid. All right. Bye-bye.